After weeks of waiting, Pokemon Best Wishes, episode 16, has been subbed. About fucking time. Let's get it started! Yo, what's up guys? The Insane Game Freak here. I want to thank everyone who notified me about episode 16 being subbed. So at least now we're, for the most part, back on track. We're just waiting for episode 18 to be subbed. Because apparently there's a lot of this is an interesting episode for like 2 reasons, but I'm not going to mention that right now. Now, we already know from episode 17 that episode 16 that Ash does win the gym battle, but it's fun to go back and smell the roses, or in this case, go back and watch the Onich and the training that got you there, and you'd be like, woo! So, pretty much the episode starts back with a flashback of how he lost against Alola the first time. And then, pretty much the first half of the episode is him training. He trains with Pokeboo on this, like, treadmill to increase the speed. And then they also increase his dodging by throwing these fucking balls at them while they're running on the treadmill. And it's pretty fucking funny, in my opinion. It's funny because it knocks the fuck out of Ash, because Ash is like, oh, shit. And Pokeboo dodges the first one, and he gets his ass whooped. And as they're doing it, what's his name? Don George increases the speed and the power. And this is where he has Pokeboo keep using, like, Ember to block it to increase the power of Ember. Because if we remember from the last battle, Shadow Ball, when Yoteri used Shadow Ball, embarrassed the fuck out of Tepig. And it's ridiculous. So they actually have him, like, training power and speed wise, which is weird because they never really show this. They never really show them doing like any type of hardcore training. Like when Ash lost against Rorik, it was more of like they just learned a new type of dodging, I think is what it was. And it was like supposed to be so hardcore, epic and shit. And actually it follows that formula because of what happens next episode. Because what happens in this episode. But anyways, that's how they're training with Tepig, and they do that for a little while, and then they're like, okay, let's move on. I blame Kibago for a joke that's coming up in a minute. But pretty much they do the training with Mijimaru, or Oshawott. I don't even know how to pronounce his fucking English name. I'm just calling Mijimaru because that shit sounds cooler. They do the practicing with Mijimaru where they go to a pool, and pretty much what they're doing is they're both jumping in the water, and because Ash is training with his Pokemon, which he needs to be doing anyway. They have to swim against the current that's in this big-ass pool. It's kind of like a circular pool. And the joke I was talking about with Kibago is Kibago decides while you have Ash and Mijimaru swimming against the current, you have fucking Kibago running over there and fucking with the buttons, increasing the current and shit gets kind of ridiculous. And end up like, and they're like, fuck this, we're swimming up the fucking waterfall. And they swim the waterfall. And this is where fucking Mijimaru learns Aqua Jet, because he ends up like he goes up the thing and turns and he goes to the whole Aqua Jet thing and spins up in the air and then flies over to the side and like lands on like this, I guess, a safe padding and shit. He's like, oh shit, Mijimaru just learned Aqua Jet. We were like, woo! Which is cool because, I mean, the last time we saw Aqua Jet was with Blazel. So I wonder if he's going to do that whole Ice Aqua Jet thing. Probably not, because you know how Ash forgets everything in every fucking season. I thought they were good, so they did more training with him, and then they switched back over, and they did more training with Tepig, and while they were training with Tepig, that nigga learns Nitro Charge. So, woo! Nitro Charge, yeah! And he started busting through them motherfuckers. It was ridiculous. He was just they were kicking ass in the training, and that was one day. Now, the next day, they go back to refight the gym leader. And once again, she's like, I like your style. I like the fire, burning spirit you have. And so she's like, these are the 2 Pokemon I'm going to use. I'm going to use Mirror Hog and fucking Yoteri evolved into like, I forgot. Yoteri evolved. That's the whole point we need to know. Because its evolution is just like it looks more like a Scottish Terrier. That's about it. I mean, there's really nothing that crazy about its evolution. I mean, his attacks went up like ridiculously. You'll see what I mean when the battle starts. So the battle starts. It sends out Tepig versus Yoteri's evolution. Pretty much. I mean, there's bullshit battling in there, but really what we need to just go ahead and get to is the fact that motherfucker uses Roar. They switch out, and it's turning into Mijimaru versus Mihawk again. And this is where Mijimaru kind of, sort of gets payback. It's not as cool. Actually, I honestly like their first round fight than their second round, because how the second round fight ends, which I didn't even know this. Pretty much what it starts off is they start, like, fighting and shit. And then this motherfucker tries to hit him. I forgot what Mihawk tries to use, like, tries to come at him. And fucking Mijimaru uses a shell blade and just knocks this motherfucker for a loop. He's like, damn, you've improved the speed. It's like, hell yeah, we've improved the speed. And then we find out something embarrassing, because, like, Ash goes, use Aqua Jet! And we realize that fucking Mijimaru knows Aqua Jet. But remember how I said he trained with Tepig twice, and the second time he learned Natural Charge? They only show him training with Mijimaru once. That probably wasn't good, considering the fact that when they were training, he learned Aqua Jet, but he doesn't know how to use it properly. Because Mijimaru uses Aqua Jet like 2 times in this fight. And he literally goes, use Aqua Jet twice. And he goes all over the place. Like, Mijimaru cannot control Aqua Jet. And it's like, fuck! I mean, obviously they did the whole Roar Mean Luck combo and shit before, when Mijimaru got in there, so they wouldn't be able to switch out and shit either. Then this motherfucker comes at him with Confuse Ray. I was like, ain't this a bitch? And so he gets Mijimaru with Confuse Ray, uses Thunderbolt. He tries to block with the shield, but because he's confused, it fucked him up and he gets shocked. He would have been blocked if he wasn't confused. He's trying to use Water Gun because he's confused. It doesn't. He's aiming all over the place and shit. And this is where things get horrible. And then, like, Mihawk's like, and then Alo's like, use Thunderbolt to finish it off. And fucking he's like, Aqua Jet! And I'm like, no, you can't use it. And what happens is he uses it, and then he's like flying over, he gets shocked, and he crashes into Mihawk. He actually does hit his target. And then the match ends in a double KO. So Mijimaru, not that much of an avengement, but you know. But as I said, now we get to the real fight, and I was like, holy shit, Tepig is gonna be beasting. This motherfucker was killing it. I was just happy. In general, I was just fucking happy. They had Tepig versus Yoteri's Evolution, which is what I meant by the reference, because, you know, if you remember Rorik's fight in Diamond and Pearl, Rorik's Cranidos evolved into Rampardos in their rematch. So it's about that kind of level of reminiscence kind of bullshit. So anyways, pretty much at this point, we have Tepig versus Yoteri's Evolution. Fucking Tepig, he's like tackled. Tepig gets over there and just tackles the fuck out of him, like, on the first hit. I thought that shit was a quick attack. As crazy as that shit got. And then he tries to go for it again, and Yoteri's Evolution uses Shadow Ball. And because he ran in there, he couldn't have time to dodge, so he got hit in the face. I'm like, oh shit, here we go. Here we go. And fucking, and pretty much after that, you have, Tepig's fine. And then you find out that Yoteri knows Giga Impact. Because this motherfucker came out the gate with Giga Impact. It's like, whoa, wait a minute. And that really caught me off guard, because I didn't expect Giga Impact from the second gym leader. So I was like, whoa, shit just got raw. So pretty much he hits Tepig with Giga Impact and uses Shadow Ball again, where now fucking Tepig is forced to just dodge. And that's pretty much what he's been doing. And he's dodging fairly well, but it's like, damn, he's too tired because he got hit with Giga Impact in the face and shit. And this is where fucking Ash shows this fighting spirit and the fire inside Tepig, and he's like, fuck it! Nitro Charge! And fucking she's like, fuck it! Goddamn, Giga Impact! And they charge each other. And it's like, boom! You got this clash of power. And it explodes and shit, and they're both on the ground and shit. So you're thinking double KO is like, get the fuck up! Like, they're both like, get up! Get up! And fucking Tepig gets up. And Yoteri gets up. And it's like, rah, and then Yoteri just falls over. And Dodgers Hall actually got his second gym battle. I don't know. I feel like they tried to make Mijimaru MVP in the round 1, and they made Tepig MVP in round 2. I mean, the whole point is he gets his fucking badge. That being said, yay. There's really nothing I can say about Team Rocket's not even in this episode. No, Team Rocket's not in this episode, so that would explain why I didn't feel like I missed anything when I reviewed episode 17. But that is about it as far as the review. I mean, that's pretty much it. And it's been about 10 minutes. So all I'm gonna say is, everyone, Mina, Pokemon, get to the Z. Second bash earned. We're on our way to the third gym, which I think the next episode hints on that too. Because apparently they meet the gym leader, which I was like, damn, that's quick. But apparently they meet the gym leader in episode 18. So leave me comments about what you thought about this episode. I thought Tepig was beasting in this motherfucking episode, and it was fucking awesome. But that's just me. Tell me what you guys thought, because I know a lot of you have been like really hyped off my Pokemon reviews. I don't know what it is, but thank you for all the feedback. I will continue to do these. For all the people who are asking, I will do 1 through 6 dubbed when it comes out in America, which someone corrected me, it's February 12th. So thank you. That's about it. Life's a game, play to win. I'll catch you guys later. Gotta catch them all. Pokemon.